can't complain that their goaltending let them down.
Second line, Tavares. We talked about Robertson, but specifically Tavares and Nylander. Are you seeing any signs that these guys are going to come back and provide that 1-2 punch that I think we saw earlier in the season that had everyone talking about Nylander having a career year?
Yeah, I don't. It's frustrating because this is kind of it for William Nylander, is it not? Like, this is the age where if he were going to be something other than what he is, he would have found it, right? He had the great playoff series, started hot, and it was like, all right, Willie has found this new level. And it's like, nah, Nylander's still the same guy we thought he was, which is excellent and worth $7 million a year, and he scores goals, and great. But there's nothing different there. So, I don't know, for you seen anything more or less?
Yeah, I'm concerned.
Okay.
I am concerned, and I'm concerned about Tavares. And he had a couple good chances in tight, and those will come for sure. And he will produce his points like he has in the past.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing that is apparently clear in this stretch for me is his foot speed. He's slow.
And with that, his shots are way down. Shots per game are way down. So he's not getting into the areas he used to.
And you got to almost go back to that last pause in the season. Mm-hmm. Was it 3 weeks?
Yep.
Where the last COVID shutdown. And I think it hurt him. It hurt his timing. It hurt his energy. Some people want to talk about the fact that he had Team Canada on his mind and that, once that got canceled, maybe it sucked a little energy out of him, little push, little jam.
Maybe just the condensed schedule right now, too.
I watch him, and 2 penalties last night. When was the last time you saw Tavares take 2 penalties?
Yeah, not great. He takes... I don't like the penalties he takes.
Well, last night one for me was when you're not confident in your ability to get back, you kind of grab a guy, you kind of looking for some edges to make up for a little bit of lack of confidence in your foot speed. That's.
Did you like Liljegren's penalty in the final 3 minutes or whatever it was? What was that? Just full lasso on a guy.
Was it holding or was it?
Just double hand. You should have got 4 minutes for a double hold.
But that, I think it's the speed right now that he's lost a little bit. And he's not, as we said, he's not it's not an easy stride that he has. He's not a natural skater. He doesn't glide like Mitch and Austin and still have that ability to go up a notch.
Chops, wide tracker.
And if he's just a little bit off, I think it's hurt his timing. It's hurt a lot.
You know who did look good last night was the fourth line with Kerfoot playing with...
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No,
right?
I don't like the fourth line.
I guess it's not prototypical fourth line.
Yeah.
It's more of a third line construction.
And listen, great goal.
Great.
Okay.
Nice drop, great shot.
I mean, Wayne Simmons, first point in 2 months?
Yeah, I don't know. Was it?
2.5 months?
That's not good. Not his role, you'd say, right? Not what he's brought here to do. Is it part of it?
But we need him. But if you're the Leaf Nation, they're saying we need a
we're hoping to get offense throughout the lineup, yeah.
No, but that's where I got an issue.
You don't want offense. You don't need it.
No, that's not your role. Your role is energy.
Then we don't care that he hasn't got a point in 2.5 months.
But then you can't play like your first line guys.
Yeah.
It's all 4 lines cannot play the same. They all have to have different roles and different mindsets. So, Spezza, 20 years in the league, 18 of them as a number 1 line type of guy. So when you have a number 1 mentality, a number 1 line mentality, you're going to be out there 17, 18 minutes during a game. I don't know what that equates to, a number of shifts. So my ratio now to go try some high-end stuff and turn the puck over.
Yeah, you can mess up a couple times.
Big deal. I'll be out in another 3 minutes. I'll do it again. So I can toe drag, right? I can make the extra move.
Yeah.
I can turn the puck over, and it's okay. I'll be out there next time.
The people are going to kick you off this show if you disparage Jason Spezza.
That's not how fourth line guys are supposed to think.
Jason Spezza is special. He's special. You remember him in the playoffs last year? Nasty. Big clapper. He's fighting guys now. He's dangling guys. He's making plays. He's making $309 a year or whatever his salary is. I mean, Spezza is.
And then
That's special.
I know he's not a fourth line guy, but he provides value.
I am absolutely fine with everything that you just said. And yes, you've squeezed so much out of him.
Yeah. You just
But
want someone to run into
It is
people.
not a typical fourth line energy, safe type of look.
Yeah, the Blues fourth line when they won the cup has kind of become much sought after. The way Tampa had their third line much sought after. These bottom level or bottom of the order guys who provide value. And to me, you generally find that on younger guys who forecheck like hell and get you pucks back and just go out there and sprint around for a couple shifts. That you can get those guys on the cheap. Obviously, the Leafs are built differently, doing it differently. But maybe this year is the year it's their time. As I've said to you before, they believe they were unlucky last year, and that if they play the same way, it'll be good enough to win.
Yeah, I don't agree.
That's very like statistical thinking, being like, it'll come up, odds will be in our favor at some point.
With analytics,
You play roulette, right? Doesn't come up red every time.
sometimes it doesn't come up at all.
That's right. Yeah.
Kerfoot, under 10 minutes, I think 2 games ago, Sheldon found a way to get him on, I think, over 14 minutes last night. Of course, he got the goal with Spezza and Simmons on a frontline skilled play.
Yeah.
It was a skilled goal.
Really nice goal.
And one, again, you don't necessarily see from your fourth line.
It is funny that he played 15 minutes on the fourth line. You and I were texting last night.
But he also pulled Robertson off a couple times and put him on in some key situations.
Yeah, Robertson got 12:30. We talked yesterday on the show about accountability and how Sheldon Keefe and Dubas and even the players themselves, there doesn't seem to be a lot of guys holding each other's feet to the fire when things aren't going great. Last night in Calgary, the best team in the West, Colorado can quibble there, but Daryl Sutter has put Mangiapane on the fourth line.
Yeah.
I don't know if he played 10 minutes. Guy's got 29 goals already. He's on pace for 40. Played fourth line last night because Sutter hasn't liked him. And Sutter's actually made comments, like taking shots at him in the media about the other elements of his game. I mean,
I had last
heavy.
night a bit of a kind of a, one of those bubble dreams.
Yeah.
Where Daryl Sutter is the coach of the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Wow.
And they ask him in his post-game conference,
Willie's in
how
Sweden at that point.
resilient was your team last night? Hey, and how much fun was it watching Austin and Bunting argue over who got the goal on the bench?
Yeah.
Think about a different mindset if you had a Daryl Sutter behind the bench.
Yeah, it's different. There's no doubt it's different. The coldest delivery of all time was when someone told him, like, hey, Johnny Gaudreau's going to play his 500th career game tomorrow. And Sutter goes, well, I hope he's got more energy than his 499th.
A few nights ago, they asked him about the cushion in the standings.
Yeah.
He goes, you know about cushions?
Yeah, cushions